This is analysis of Connor's underwater butterfly. As we can see right off the start, Connor sneaks a little breaststroke kick in here. Connor really needs to work on the discipline of making sure he never lets himself use that breaststroke kick in butterfly, freestyle, or backstroke. Connor does a very good job of keeping his body position high in the water. His hips and his body never go very far from the top of the water, which is good for butterfly. He also needs to work a little bit on his knee bend in his kick. As we can see, his knees approach 45 degrees at this angle right here. We'd really like to see him try to kick with more hips and less knee bend. Connor knows exactly how many kicks he's going to take off of the wall from now on. As Connor starts to get tired, he gets more and more vertical when he takes a breath. Part of that is not kicking from the hips and kicking from the knees, which causes him to tire more quickly.
The following is above water analysis of Connor's butterfly. Alright, we like to see Connor really focus on using both of his legs to get off of this block here. As we can see, he really pushes off with that left leg, but there's not a lot of power derived from his right leg. We want to make sure he's using that right leg just as much as the left to get power off of the start. Additionally, we can see that he sneaks a little bit of a breaststroke kick in here. This is a habit that he's really got to break and focus on making sure that when he kicks butterfly and freestyle, he kicks from his hips and that there's next to no knee bend. Connor does a pretty good job of keeping his hips high in the water. Additionally, we can see that because he's able to just lift his chin very high, he doesn't have to bring his upper body very high out of the water, which is very good. Alright, we want to make sure that we're coming into and out of this turn tightly. As we can see, he swings off to the side a little bit and doesn't keep his eyes on his hand on the wall, which is where we would like him to have his head position. We can see because he has so much knee bend in his butterfly instead of kicking from the hips that his hips begin to sink towards the end of the 50 and his timing starts to break down a little bit. Understanding that if we kick from our hips allows us to derive more power and it's going to keep us more efficient with more energy at the end of the race so we don't break down as hard.